Hey guys, welcome back to Micah Makes It. Today we're going to be unboxing the Fifine T669, but it's a USB condenser microphone kit. Let's get into it. Alright, so you're probably wondering, Micah, why in the world did you buy a pretty low budget USB microphone kit? The thing is, I was at a thrift store today and I saw this and it was $40 when it usually sells for $60. I was like, you know what, I know someone who needs a mic, so I figured I'll pick this up, buy it, and then I will review it, test it out, make sure it works, then sell it back to that person for the same price, no profit or anything, and that way they can get it as soon as they want to instead of having to wait for shipping. So anyway, that's the explanation, but now let's unbox it. Alright, so guys, I forgot to mention, I'm using the K688, the Fifine K688 in USB mode, just because I figured since a USB mic, we'll keep it with that and stick with Fifine. So, we're going to unbox it. I'm using a camera. I'm using the Fifine BM8. Man, everything's Fifine this video. I'm using that to prop up the camera. So we're going to open it. I really hope this doesn't hit the camera. Alright, you know what? I can actually use part of the camera to prop. So, yes, it has been opened, by the way, but it was like brand new from this thrift store and $20 off. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I have seen everything inside because they opened it up to show me, but so yeah, you got your basic pop filter, although not basic. My goodness, this thing looks premium quality. The clasp does, whatever you call it. It looks very high quality. Has ridges, so you can kind of so it will fit perfectly. Sit. It does not move. Oh my goodness, this is the highest quality one that I've got. It will not move when you set it where it does, unlike some of my other ones like bounce back a little bit. Although it was from Temu. I mean, what can you expect? So there we go. That's me opening it up, and this is stuff. So extra bands and an extra thing for the pop filter thing. So extra bands for this, the stand, and then an extra little. Let me just open it and show you. So they have a card. By the way, this was like one of the first Fifine things ever released, because you can see the design is a whole lot more different than it is now. Now it's like the smiley face and it doesn't say technologies anymore. It's just Fifine. So yeah, this is one of the stands. You have two mounting options, which is nice. You have like a more, how do I put it? More like professional option, and then you have a more low profile option. So yeah, like I said, extra bands, and then there's some kind of little tape in there, like a little coated, like a double-sided tape, and then a little rubber piece for the pop. An extra one of these right here. So yeah, so you got your instructions. I don't really think I'll need those. I've got enough. Fifine like bookmark type tag thing. It's probably not a bookmark. Alright, so I gotta keep all the packaging because I'm probably gonna give it to Cameron. I think he's the one who needed it if he wants to pay for it. So we got a really high quality boom arm or clasp thing to put it onto the table. We've got the boom arm itself, which I have so many of these. Comes with an adapter, that's nice. What is this? Okay, so this kit comes with a lot. So if you're gonna get a Fifine or any kit for that matter, please get this one. Unless you're looking for a dynamic, but it comes with this metal tripod for the mic, and it also comes with the boom arm, so you can really use this wherever. So then you've got a pop filter for it, or windscreen. I always get the actual names mixed up. Most people call it a pop filter, but they're actually wrong. So yeah, that, and then inside is the USB cable, and wow, this thing is long. Alright, so we have a little bit of a problem. It's like a USB slash mini USB slash, I don't even know, that may be a mega USB-B, but it is very big. So let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, this probably about the same length as my K688 USB, or yeah, it's my K688 USB cord. I'm kind of scared to like actually open everything because I know I'm gonna be giving this like to someone, whether sell it if Cameron doesn't want it, and then or keep it for myself. And then here's the mic. I hope that did not bug it out. But yeah, so here's the mic. The guy giving it to me was like, I've never seen a volume knob on a mic before. I was like, well, I guess you don't know a lot about mics. Yeah, a very high quality microphone right here. So we can get the box out of the way. All right, so done with that camera. And move the box. Not gonna throw it away, but we're gonna move the box and we'll start setting up this thing. All right. Wow, I miss the simple days of just talking to the camera. Audio quality is most likely worse, but we're gonna have to deal with it. Because I don't really want to be talking into the mic and kind of get everything messed up. So I realized I probably should have left the mic on because I'm gonna have to. Man, why did I do that? Because I'm gonna have to set it to where you can see everything. I guess we're going on the tripod. Alright, so guys, sorry, ignore my messy desk, but a lot of it is part of this kit. So, move that, move the card. Oh, wait. It tells you what the thing is for. Oh, okay. So now I know what this thing is for. Alright, well, it goes inside the pop filter. Oh, okay, so there is already a rubber thing right here, but there's an extra. Alright, so we will not be using the BM8 because the problem with the BM8 is no pop thing like this can fit on it. But we're going to start with using the desk clamp, so obviously we all know how that works. I've had a history of putting it on the wrong way. I ended up ruining my desk clamp from Temu by putting it like this and putting it in that way when it should not have been. And so it ruined a lot. It ruined it pretty much. Just, yeah. Alright, so Fifine boom arm. My goodness, the springs are making like a ringing sound. It's very irritating. Alright, so boom arm. This is one thing, Fifine. This is such an old microphone, but you had it right with this thing. Instead of having a metal bar that can't be rotated. Yes, by the way, I forgot to mention, Fifine did not send me this, even though I have a deal with them. Alright, so let's see, how do we want to do this? So, there is no headphone port, which usually comes on USB mics. Although this was like one of Fifine's first mics that they ever made. So it's not really a huge deal. Yeah, but, so next is the boom arm. Very decent quality for one of these. I mean, just these in general aren't really the highest quality. But I've got that in. Alright, so we're going to put this on. And yes, it does come with an adapter, which is nice. Loosen it. Am I loosening it or tightening it? I can't really. Okay, that's loosening. Alright, I need to tighten that. So loosen this and then tighten it, and it stays pretty well. I mean, again, you can't expect a whole lot of quality from a boom arm this cheap, but it's definitely gonna work for a start. You know, I'm just kind of in the mood to use this one. Not sure why. This thing is perfectly fine too, but I'm just gonna. I have too many that act like this, so I'm gonna try the other one. And there's a little metallic ring on the bottom, just like the next. I think it was the next mic that they made. It was can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it was the mic that it was like the K688. It was like a gaming mic, a dynamic mic, but USB, and it had a light LED strip thing too. But I need to see which side do you put the. Okay, maybe Okay, so it goes on like this actually, so it looks more elevated. You can adjust it, put it where you want it, and then so it's gonna be like that. I probably want it like this. And just screw the ring back on the bottom. Which is is nice because it hides a little bit of the cable, but it's also kind of hard to put on and off. And then obviously just screw it on the boom arm. Alright, so this is good for now. Sorry, it's not really the best angle ever, but you know what? It's gonna have to go for now. Alright, everything's so dark too, you can't really see it specifically. We'll do that. Alright, we're gonna put the foam filter on. I'm not really sure if it's how it's gonna look, and I doesn't really want to fit that well either. So I mean, yes, it's a pop filter. It'll get the job done. And personally, I don't really mind the look of pop filter or windscreens. Yeah, pop filter, windscreen. I don't know why I always get those mixed up. Yeah, so personally, I don't really mind the look of these, but some people say they make them look ugly and they want to keep the original, like, the metal design underneath it, which is fine. I don't really care. We won't put this on, maybe at all. I might do it later, but hopefully we'll get to use everything. So I will get the cable out. I was going to say maybe I could just use one for the K668, but that's USB-C to USB-A. And this is very old. Am I forgetting anything? I think that's all that we have to use in this scenario. So we'll plug this in. Once again, like I said, no headphone ports. You're gonna have to plug it into your computer. So I will plug this in, and then we'll go back to the regular camera angle and start recording. So yeah. Alright, so I just turned it on. Yes, it sounds very bad. This thing will not need a lot of gain. It's like... Alright, so the circle only goes from like here to here. It's not all the way around. So like say it starts here and you turn it, it's about right there. So it's like if you're looking at the knob, it's about like 2 o'clock if you're looking at it like a clock. So we're going to turn this thing way down. This thing could work at like 9 o'clock on the gain. It is very easy to power. You do not really need extra gain. You don't need to add anything. You don't have to like boost your signals in GarageBand. My goodness, I'm looking at the audio file or the audio waves, and they're like already peaking. So that's very good. You don't really need a lot of gain, but you can kind of hear it sounds a little nasally with the pop filter on. So take it off, see if it changes, but it could just be the mic. For like a $20 to $30, it's $50 for the kit, so the mic is probably valued around somewhere like $20 to $30. Okay, so get closer or turn the gain up, and then you get a little more of that. But I'm noticing it sounds kind of nasally, and that could just be my voice. But it's, I don't know. Maybe if we talk sideways, I'm not sure. But it really sounds nasally. That's kind of a big con for me. But this is it all the way. And if I talk way back here. Alright, so let's try plosives. Peter Piper picked a peck of pick. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pepper. Okay, so not bad. I mean, like, it's still going to pick up airphone. As long as you're not like Peter like that, you should be fine. But we're going to try this pop filter. Alright, so I have it bent in a really weird position, and it just stayed. So I will commend them on doing a good job for making their making the other equipment. The mic is okay. This thing is very sensitive, so you have to get the gain at just the right spot to where it doesn't sound too loud and distorts, and doesn't sound too quiet and nasally. So it is very good at like blocking out background. Like if I turn like this, it starts to get really quiet. My audio waveforms went down really they went down a lot. So, and then if I turn back, they're kind of good. So yeah, so I mean it'll work. It's USB, so you don't have to buy an audio interface, but I feel like you could probably get a better Fifine USB microphone, like the AM8, the A8, the A6T. Those are the A8 and the A6T are two like gaming LED condenser microphones. You probably know what I'm talking about if you saw them. So we're gonna try this with the desktop stand now, with the little tripod, and see if it makes it any better. Alright, so one thing I'm gonna say is I do like the fact that you do not really have to take everything apart. This is the mic, by the way, right here. I do like the fact that you don't have to take everything apart to make it the mobile version. Like, it comes with everything you need. It comes with two stands. I think this one is for the boom arm, and then this little one that just attaches to the bottom, almost like the AT2020s. It's just attaches to the bottom, so it's a little bit easier to like move around for the mobile setup. It also, the tripod has a built-in mic adapter, so you don't have to take the one off this one. So I like how they made it to where you're basically getting two mics in one. The only thing you have to do is take the mic off, but you have like two setups and you don't really have to touch them. I think this is more for the mobile setup. So put this on for plosives. Yeah, but this could definitely work for a podcast. I will say you'll probably need noise reduction just because it's a USB and it's a condenser. So you're definitely going to want to have some kind of noise reduction filter, either like while you're recording, or you can do that in post-processing. But yeah, so what do I think about this mic? So we'll go over the cons first. I like to get the worst out of the way first. Cons. The one that I didn't mention, handling noise. It's me tapping the mic, and when I touched the boom arm, my goodness, I was kind of surprised at how much sound it made. And then the second con, obviously, a nasal sound. It just sounds like you have a cold. It sounds like you just got over something and your nose is stuffed up. So, I mean, if you hold it close enough, you can kind of get rid of it, but then again, the gain. Third con, I know I said it's pretty good that you don't have to have a lot of gain, but then again, like, when are you going to use the rest of the gain? So, I think they should have made, like, maybe a little more than halfway was the required gain. Okay, this is set at half, and it sounds a little less nasally, but it's really easy to distort. Like, if I just keep talking, you'll hear it slowly distorting, so turn it down a tiny bit. And background noise increases, so you're going to have to be very careful with this mic. You're going to have to set it up basically perfect. There's not really like, well, it can be a little lower, it can be a little higher. It has to be perfect where it doesn't sound too nasally, and it's not distorting, and it's not also picking back up background noise. So 3 factors. So if you have AC, don't get this mic, please. Don't even get a condenser mic. I'm just gonna say it. Just go with the dynamic. If you're gonna be doing a podcast, dynamic. If you're trying to record, maybe. Okay, so if I talk really quiet right here, it kind of doesn't sound as nasally, but then like you just have to have it perfect. So the thing is, okay, so we kind of got rid of some of the nasal sound, but where did the video nasally? Yeah, so you just have to be very careful with the way you set this up. But I mean, other than that, it's fine. It's a great mic for beginners. You kind of get everything you need, and you can even use this stuff with other mics that you buy. Pop filters are great. Everything is pretty much high quality. The mic could be a little better, but then again, this was Fifine's first ever mic that they made, and it's a condenser. So I mean, it's $50. So there's a lot of factors. It's a great mic for the price, but not compared to others. Fifine has made way better mics since then that you should buy and invest in for around the same price or even cheaper. The K669D is a dynamic metal. It's for $37. It's a deal of a lifetime. So get that instead of getting this. But if you want the setup, if you want everything you'd ever need, get this. You have basically 2 setups in one. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And remember, I will not be keeping this mic, so you probably won't see it in any other videos. It will either be going to Cameron, or I'll just be selling it. But anyway, not that it's bad or anything, just because I just bought it to be able to give it to someone. So, yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.